Hi, this is Lynn Morris and I'm here just to help you a little bit with explaining about ancestral family patterns and karma, and also, karmic cycles and patterns, and how you can help clear your family ancestral patterns and cycles too. Okay, and how the karmic board and the ascended masters can help you with that. Now, I've been doing this work for about 6 years, and I of the time and the experience that I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds of people, and we have always, when I've worked with them, we always try and connect to the family ancestral patterns that run either side of them, on their paternal and maternal sides, their father and mother's side. Okay, so when we're born and when we incarnate on this earth, what happens is we bring all of our familiar experiences from other lifetimes and lessons, or lessons that still to be learnt, and also all of our karmic experiences and memories, and they come into our DNA and they come into our cellular memory as such. It's buried deep down, yeah, very deep down. And then we inherit, when we're born, our parents' DNA in part, and we inherit some on the paternal side and the maternal side, and in that DNA is carried family fears, traits, positive traits and negative traits. So if you've got a family that have been explorers in past lifetimes, or they have a continued tradition of being great world explorers, you'll find that quite often that pattern and that trait will go down into the grandsons and the sons and the grandsons, and they will have that explorer trait about them, which is a positive trait, of course, but you can have negative traits running through families, and also cycles of abuse running through families from one generation to the next. You can have fear, you can have alien abduction, would you believe, running through generations of family. And maybe I should be open and tell you that that has happened in my family. Yeah, so on my father's side, there is a history of that. Okay, and that was something I had to clear and sort out. All sorts of different things, as I say, child abuse. There's all sorts of different things, isn't there, running down you. If you look at your family, you know what runs down your family, what traits, what behavior, what keeps repeating. You will know what I'm talking about, and those are the things that we're here to clear, heal and transmute. Before we're born, we're incarnated, we choose our families very carefully, and we look at those traits and the cycles that are running. And what we do is we decide to go into that family first because we can gain the lessons that we need to break our own cycles that have come from other lifetimes karmically. From your last lifetime, if you haven't learned something, then you'll choose a family the next lifetime that can help you pick up that lesson and carry on with it. Does that make sense? Yeah, because you haven't fully learned it yet. Also, we choose very carefully our families, so actually we can help heal and transmute it, because as light workers, we're born into those families with extra knowledge, wisdom and light, and then we can, on behalf of the family, break those cycles, and then as we break those cycles, we clear the whole line. Okay, and we don't want that line repeating in our children, on our grandchildren, on our great-grandchildren. Yeah, makes sense? So what's really important though is that we've got divine dispensation to clear our family ancestral karma, all right, and to help them with their own traumatic things that have happened in other lifetimes, and they are attached to us and linked to us on a soul level now. Yeah, so when we call forwards the so their attendance as such, they will come forwards, and they will always come forwards when they can hear someone actually wanting to help them to release the soul baggage as such. Okay, that's what we can do. So what I normally do is call in the Karmic board, a group of ascended masters and deities which are in charge of viewing and overviewing of karma, the law of cause and effect. What we do to another, we will receive back. What we have perpetrated to another, we will experience in some way. So we can understand the results of our actions, yeah, that we take. It's universal law. So you can call your family forwards, as I say. So in a ceremony, especially now we're in a new moon, and we're also in the All Hallows Day on the 1st of November, All Hallows Eve, which is Halloween, where we remember the deceased and the dead, the Day of the Dead, which they do down in South America, don't they, and all that sort of thing. I think it's a really important time to do it. So if you could do it on either tomorrow night or on All Hallows Day, which is the 1st of November, do a ceremony. Get your altar lit up, get your candles lit, and sit down. In meditation, call forwards the Karmic board. Now, there are many members of the Karmic board. I'll just name a few. You can Google them and you'll get the whole list of names. But there are Lady Nada, there's Kuan Yin, there's the Great Divine Director, there's the Elohim. So there's lots of masters on that can help you to actually clear and negate the Akashic records, and also call in the your ancestors' karma can be cleared too. So call the Karmic board in general. Just say, please come forwards and assist me. Okay. Then call forwards a particular ascended master that you feel that's on the Karmic board that you can work with. For me, it's always Lady Nada. Okay, always Lady Nada. In fact, I think she might be in charge of the Karmic board. And then I ask my ancestors to step forwards and visualize your paternal and maternal lines of all the relatives that have died, okay, including your grandparents back, all right, or parents back. Then call them forwards and say to them, please can you come forwards if you would like karmic dispensation? Would you like to be released? Would you like to be cleared? And you'll feel a rush of energy, and it'll come behind you because they have come before you. Does that make sense? And they'll line up behind you, yeah? And then ask Lady Nada and the Karmic board, please can you assist me to clear whatever you can from my, and start with one first, my father's paternal line, yeah? And maybe say your father's name and your grandfather's name, but all of them. You don't need to say all of them, but just connect with that energy of the name, yeah? And ask for assistance for those to be cleared. Then work on your mother's side and call in and ask and say a couple of names and then go with it, all right? Now, when I've done that in a workshop space, I have actually seen some relatives come forward with people and be released, like one had drowned, bless her, and she'd had a traumatic death and was suffering a little bit for that. Not, I don't mean, but sort of the energy of it was a little bit traumatic for her probably. And we were able to release that and for her to fully be released and freed. And I know in my family line, we had soldiers that died in the First World War in France, and I released a great uncle of mine that was trapped there. And that really upset me, actually, and made me quite tearful. So I just thought, God, I've got to do it for all of my relatives because I don't know what's happened to them in the past and how they've died. So do that for your relatives. It's such a great gift, yeah, to be able to pull them forwards, as I say, ask the Karmic board to work on their Akashic records and change them accordingly. and you're asking this under grace, which means you do not want to interfere in their own soul lessons, but you're asking for help and assistance to do what you can for them on their behalf. And you can say, I claim this right as a light worker, yeah, and that I want to help. I want to help my ancestral family lines. Also, if you have got a continuing cycle running, which is very detrimental down the family line, then you can appeal to Lady Nada and the Karmic Board for assistance to break it, yeah, because it is holding you back, yeah. So if there's some cycle running and you still think you're in it, yeah, like fear of lack, that's another one of mine, okay, big one on my father's side, because of the cotton mills, and they were poor families, and it's gone way back before that as well. So I was running that cycle, and actually I've broken that cycle, and it's wonderful. So go and ask for help. Go in meditation, bring the karmic board forwards, Lady Nada, bring your whatever side you feel it's running down forwards ancestrally line, ask them to stand forwards with you, and then ask for karmic dispensation for all of that to be cleared. Now, you may not get a full whack response back if you depends on how clued you are in meditation, whether you're good at visualization and hearing things. If not, it doesn't matter. You will be listened to, and you will be allowed to start to break that. It may be that they may send you some help, so someone will come along and offer you something to assist you to break it. It could be that they will help you release it there and then, or they will give you the added strength and courage to finally break it from your side. But you will be listened to and you will be assisted no matter what. But I just feel it'd be good for us to offer that to our ancestors around this time. And as I say, you don't know, if you've had an ancestor that has had an unlucky life, or something happened to them, you will want to try and help them on some level, wouldn't you? Even though you know they're learning their own lessons and they've got their own soul growth and they're probably on another incarnation, but actually, just think, you're probably helping them to clear a past life of theirs. Like someone doing it for you would be going into the energy of one of your past lives and trying to clear it for you. Does that make sense? So I just sort of wanted to bring that to your attention, because I do that so much for others and do it for myself, that I think it's really good. And you don't have to be special to do it. You don't have to have any extra skills. You don't have to be an all singing, all dancing clairvoyant to do it. Anybody can do it. All you need to do is ask. Asking and setting the intention to do it on behalf of your ancestors will enable it to be done. Okay, and you may get a sign off one of them or something that will just give you the nod, thank you so much. Yeah, and I have had that before, and it's a wonderful thing to do for your ancestors. Yeah, so I hope that's been helpful. And as I say, you just need to go into meditation, light a candle, say those things that I've said, and then just ask for assistance. And you may get flashes. You may get flashes of some relatives' lives where they're being released, or some knowledge or insight about what was occurring, or a cycle that was running that you're helping to break. Yeah. Also remember, all of the things and the experiences that we have that are traumatic or a bit heavy, if you look back and they are related to a family cycle that has run before and you've just gone and done it again, what's happening is you are agreeing to heal that whole family cycle ancestrally all the way back. So just think, when you heal it in yourself, when you heal the cycle, and when you release yourself from that experience and from the past or whatever you've gone through, you heal it for the rest. Yeah? And that is a wonderful thing, and that sometimes gives you added strength to carry on and willpower, because you know you're not doing it for yourself only, but you're doing it for the family, and that you will not allow that cycle or that repeating experience to go on beyond you, because that's what I've done. I've always vowed and set the intention that these experiences, these cycles that I am running will not carry on past me. They stop right here. The book stops with me. Yeah. And I bring in new cycles of being and doing that are much better, hopefully. Yeah. Have a great Sunday. Lots of love to you all. And if you need any help with any of these things, or if you need me to assist you in a karmic reading, soul reading, then I can help you with telling you family cycles running, where they've come from, how to break them, and I can assist you to break them too. So get in touch if you need any help on that score. All right? Sending you lots of love. Bye.